Hello everyone and welcome to the first part of my Gravity Sketch collaboration. For those of you that don't know about the collaboration, I did a bit of an announcement over on Instagram, so go and check that out. But the long and short of it is that I'm going to be working with Gravity Sketch to evolve my design process and really push it with the use of VR and Gravity Sketch as well, to really show you guys that it's here to stay, that the technology is the now and it's the future as well. So today's video is a bit of a sort of experimental video. I kind of wanted to give a bit of a rundown as to what Gravity Sketch is for those of you that don't know about it, because a lot of my content going forward is going to be based in Gravity Sketch. So I'm just going to be getting used to the tools, doing a bit of modelling, just testing out how I can get it working nice and efficiently so that it works in my process. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I bang on constantly about descriptiveness and efficiency. And when you're sketching in 2D, that's really important, because you want to be able to take your 2D sketch and essentially make it so good that someone can imagine and start to think about what it would look like in 3D. They can sort of start to realise how the form would come together, all because of what you put down on the paper. And the interesting thing about Gravity Sketch and working in VR is that descriptiveness actually comes in 3D. You're sort of skipping a step, and I think that's a real positive as well. If someone can straight away, although it's still a sketch, if you can get efficient enough, then you can describe a form quite easily, and someone can come in and manipulate it around and see what it actually looks like in 3D straight off the bat, which is really good. So I'm going to be testing it out just today. I've been using it for about a month, having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I'm just going to be hopping into VR and basically sort of self-benchmarking how I can use it, hopefully show you guys some of the tools as well, and the sort of thing you can get up to it. As I said, I am just starting off. Hopefully I can take you guys on this journey with me as I sort of get better with it and learn more to do with it as well. But just for now, yeah, I just thought we'd jump in and have a go at it and hopefully get started and get you guys excited about getting into VR. I'm gonna have to check every now and then that the video is still recording, because my phone tends to get quite hot and just stops recording, which is not going to be useful during this.
Cool, so straight away you can see we've got these different options here. The Gravity Sketch landing pad collabs thing is something that I'm going to get into later on in the collaboration. Definitely get into Gravity Sketch with a few of my peers and just have a bit of a nice collab session as we get later on in the project. So just going to load up this model here that I did the other day. Wherever it is, oh there it is. So I sketched this thing up the other day, freehand in about sort of 10-15 minutes. This was just having a bit of a play in Gravity Sketch. It's quite a nice start. But yeah, you can see what I quite like about Gravity Sketch is the sort of fluidity, and you could go in from this, and I mean, if you can get quick enough, then this versus a 2D sketch, you know, is just, you know, invaluable. That's pretty nice. So what we're gonna do is start a new file. We're going to grab that 100%. So hopefully if I go here we go. So I just grabbed a few pictures off the internet with the new Porsche Electric. Usually I'd work at full scale, but because I'm sat down, just for the sake of the video, I think that'll do. And these are essentially just to sort of gauge proportions, so that the thing is not completely unfeasible. So yeah, that's about right. The main measurements here are basically just the distance of the wheels apart, and then sort of the height of the different sections. So yeah, the point of this is just to have a play with the tools, really. That's quite cool, actually. So we're going to turn on the mirror. For this sort of thing, I like to keep the vertical lock on, just because, I mean, if you were seeing a car in real life, it's probably not going to be sort of like flipped over like that, is it? Or like that. So I just keep it vertical on. keep the mirror on, I think we're good to go. So, let's go up that there. There above. We're going to call this one Sketch 1. So I guess the first thing is probably to start with the wheels. So you can see here that this is now mirrored. So whatever we do on one side, it's going to come into the other side. Okay. So that's why we've got this literally just for the proportions, so you can put that there. We know that it's got to be about that far apart. And I believe, grab that like that. Lovely. So now we've got 4 wheels, which is excellent, sort of in the right place. Which is good, so we can start putting in some lines. Something like that. So probably move those over there for now. So I'm probably not going to talk much during this because I kind of just want to show, quite honestly, sort of how you might work as efficiently as you possibly can during this process. And I mean, imagine, obviously I'm doing this with reference pictures, but say if you had like some initial sketches, some initial thumbnails, sort of like how you would use those. Yeah, as I said, I just want to make this as sort of honest as possible, show my process, see how efficient I can get this. I'm by no means a car designer, so this may be completely wrong, but I just thought, hey, let's just have a bit of fun. And what I can do is pop that in there as well. I think this is it. Part of it is just like with any sort of CAD program, is just learning the tools and see if there are any shortcuts like that that can boost your sort of efficiency with it. If there's something like that. Yeah, cool. Let's just simplify it. Slightly. Maybe that comes around. Start thinking about the front now, so we know that that's sort of the, it's got to go sort of around there. So a lot of it I find is just simplifying it. this is starting to look good. Let's see how it's looking without. Definitely going there. Spoiler. I'm not trying to sort of exactly copy this car, but I do really like it. I guess maybe this is something good to sort of practice with before you start doing your own designs, just to get a bit more efficient. I found just sort of sketching something that already exists, but just with some reference pictures can be really helpful. Yeah, this is looking good. Let's make it bigger. Get some detail in. Maybe just some exhaust detail or something. That's looking sweet. Cool. So let's turn the reference pictures off. Yeah, so we've got something that looks pretty cool now. If you like that, sort of like 100% scale. But I guess you can see sort of what you can get. And yeah, you might have sketched that on paper quite quickly. I guess you hopefully can see that there are definitely benefits of getting it into 3D quite quickly with something like Gravity Sketch. It's a bit big. It's a bit bare. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could see yourself in it. Yeah, you could easily go and start putting in some sort of surfaces now, cleaning this up, maybe doing it in sub D. But as sort of like a descriptive representation of an idea, that's pretty good. So it's a bit easier to see. Oh yeah, that's cool. There we go, now you can see that a lot better. I mean, you could easily just sit there with that full size, have a walk around it. Not happy with it, adjust it. That could be a bit coming out of it. But yeah, you can see Oh, we could get that working quite nicely. And that's sort of the power of reference pictures, I guess. You know, you can, if you've got a good reference, it makes this a lot easier. And as I said, those references could be a physical sketch, it could be an existing product that you just want to iterate, or, you know, change up parts and like facelift or something. So with this, we could endlessly just keep sort of tweaking it or like duplicating it and seeing where it goes. Don't want to do that. But yeah, hopefully that's a pretty good starting point for the rest of the project in terms of just getting down the lines quickly. I hope that I wasn't sort of too precious during that. Yeah, you can see how we've got something that, I mean, this is awesome. This is, if you could take this within the early phase and instantly get it in 3D like this, and you know, think about doing that with just normal products, doesn't have to be automotive, then I think that definitely shows the worth of VR, 100%.
So hopefully that was a bit of a taster of what it's like to sketch in Gravity Sketch. You can see that hopefully I wasn't being too precious with how I was sketching, and you know, we came up with something quite cool in the end using reference pictures. But as I said, they could be normal sketches, and in the next episode I will look to do paper sketches and how to transform those sort of like rough initial ideas into a 3D sketch that's way more descriptive and can be used almost as like a starting building block for really starting to understand the form of a product. I'm really excited to see where this collaboration goes, and I'm just going to keep going. Content should be more regular now. I'm all set up and started with it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the rest of the videos in the Gravity Sketch Designer in Residence collaboration. Thank you.